Psalm 119, verse 133 says, Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. As I previously was saying about this song, Order My Steps, one of the verses says, Humbly I ask thee to teach me thy will. While you are working, help me keep still. For Satan is busy, but God is real. Order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. Also goes on to talk about right on my tongue, let my words edify, let the words of my mouth be acceptable in thy sight. Take charge of my thoughts both day and night. Order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. And this is actually a prayer that we are praying to God, and we are asking Him to order our steps. And while He is working, that we don't get anxious, but we'll be still doing what? Still reading His word, waiting on Him. And you're waiting actively. You are doing something while waiting on God. We know that Satan is busy. We know that he's always around, always trying to put thoughts in our minds, what God ain't coming true for you. And when we don't see things happening, we want to go on and we want to do it our way. But we know we want to stop. We want to be still. We want to wait on God. But we're going to be actively doing that. We know that God is real. What He's promised is true. And once we wait on God and ask Him to order our steps, He will order our steps. The words on our tongues should be the words that would edify someone and glorify God, not to bring down, not to pull down, but the words should be acceptable in His sight. In His when we speak, let it be a word that would edify someone, a word that is acceptable to God, that He's pleased to hear, is pleasing in His ears. And that is what we are supposed to do, even as we continue to pray, as we continue to ask God to order our steps. Let Him take charge of our thoughts, not just once, but both day and night. And here the songwriter is expressing how he feels and what he would like God to do in him and through him and for him. He wants that even when he is in that resting mode, that his thoughts are stayed on God. And God promises that He will keep in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on Him. So we want the peace of God to be with us. And as we go on, it says, I want to walk worthy, my calling to fulfill. And our calling will be fulfilled when we know what the Word of God says about us, when we know what the Word of God says for us to do. And when God says for us to do something, He backs it up with His word. His word is there so that we can know what His word says. And when we know what His word says, what He says about us, we have that to hold on to. And we know for sure that His word is true. His word, we can count on His word. So we want God to order our steps. We want Him or His word to be always on our tongues so that our feet can be guided by His word. It says, wash my heart in your word. Allow the word of God to wash us, to cleanse us, to wash our hearts, our thoughts, our minds, or even our emotions. And God will show us how to walk. He will show us how to talk. It even says when they need a brand new song to sing, show me how to let your praises ring in your word. So the word of God is there. When we need a brand new song, when we begin to talk about the word of God and we begin to reminisce, a song arises within our spirits, and we can share it with someone because it brings comfort to our soul. So let these words edify each and every one of you as you would hear them today. As you will go your way, let God order your steps in His word.